In Greenland, where the effects of a warmer climate can be seen and felt clearly, there is only mild interest in the recent UN climate summit being held in Denmark. Here, many say warmer climate will unveil riches lying in abundance under the melting ice. These natural resources may also free the Inuits from colonial dependence on Denmark once and for all. Conrad Seblan, who works in the tourism industry in Ilulissat in western Greenland, says global warming could also have positive effects.
Global warming is not just negative in Greenland. The further north you come, the more negative it gets. In the far north, in Thule area and Upernavik area, the hunters there, they need ice on the sea to go out with their dog sledges so they can hunt seals to feed their family and their dogs. But the further south you come, the less it's necessary to have cold climate, because in the very south you have agriculture, sheep farmers, and they're happy about the warm climate.
The United Nations Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change, or IPCC, has said it was more than 90% likely that human activities, namely the burning of fossil fuels, were behind most of the unequivocal warming in the past 50 years. The panel also warned that temperatures will likely rise by between 1.8 degrees and 4.0 degrees Celsius this century. Researcher is certain that the increase in carbon dioxide in the atmosphere was caused by man.
We know that carbon dioxide in the atmosphere is increasing due to our burning of fossil fuel. That's absolutely certain. And the increase that we see in carbon dioxide concentration in the atmosphere is almost exclusively due to us. That's also absolutely certain. We know also that the carbon dioxide is a greenhouse gas, and greenhouse gases contribute to warming of the climate.
Climate skeptics, however, say evidence upon which mainstream climate science is based is unconvincing. They question the accuracy of computer climate forecasts and point to historic, cyclical changes in the world's temperature as evidence that global temperature changes are natural. Others say the evidence shows that temperatures have actually stopped rising, and that in any case, the sun plays a far bigger role in the Earth's warming than human activities. Some criticize the mainstream media for spreading exaggerated views of the human impact on climate.
Don't worry about carbon dioxide. People have been scared of this carbon dioxide. I hear about it on every news, every politician, every newspaper person talk about it. It's no reason. Carbon dioxide is not a pollution. It doesn't affect climate in any way, but it will have a positive effect on vegetation.
Regardless of the reason, this summer the Arctic ice pack melted to its third smallest size on record, up slightly from the low points of the past 2 years, but continually an overall shrinking trend, symptomatic of climate change. Carlin said the fact that the 2009 ice peak was slightly higher than in 2007 was a sign that future increase could be expected.
The ice in the Arctic has been melting for some time, quite a bit, about 10% or something like that. But now it is increasing again. And the reason for these changes is probably the circulation in the Pacific. That seems to be a very good correlation.
Although Greenland is no longer a major hunting society, such traditions are still maintained throughout the country. For many, it is still the way that they make their living. Shorter cold periods with much thinner ice or no ice at all in the winter, and generally more unstable weather, is a problem for these Greenlanders because many of them still depend on ice to get to hunting spots as well as for transport.
If the Arctic sea ice disappears more or less completely, at least annually during the warm season of the year, then it will mean lots of changes for the ecology, for the wildlife, and for human populations in the Arctic.
With the melting of the Arctic ice cap, scientists have said it is only a matter of years before drilling for oil and gas deposits is routine, triggering a race between countries that border the Arctic Ocean to claim segments of the seabed. At the same time, Greenland Minerals and Energy claims it will access what it says are probably the world's largest deposits of rare earth metals and uranium in the world.
Greenlanders Very huge. It's a very big island, and there have to be something underneath the ice. I'm sure of it. So maybe global warming will make Greenland independent, economically independent. So there are some pros and cons about global warming, no doubt about it.
Earlier this year, the Arctic territory introduced self-rule following a referendum, moving one step closer toward independence from Denmark. Many hope the uncovering of mineral riches will make the island more affluent and independent. TITV Weekly.